This is the Two-Tone Uncensored podcast. Hosts Matt McCrone, Ryan Moreland, and Glenn Lotzenheiser talk everything Tennessee Titans. This show is made for the fans that bleed two-tone blue.
Hey, this is Kevin Dyson, former Tennessee Titan, and you're listening to Two-Tone Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to a very special 4th of July version of Two-Tone Uncensored. I'm your host, Ryan Moreland. Along with me, as always, the red-blooded American, Matt McCrone.
Hello, that red-blooded blood pressure just rose quite a bit. Let's do this.
And Glenn Lotzenheiser, who was actually born in 1776.
You know, that joke's almost as old as I am.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired. We're going to apologize in advance for having such a short show this week, but, you know, with 4th of July and everything, it was hard to get all three of us together at the same time. We wanted to put something out, though, because we have some big news. Anybody who follows us on Facebook or Twitter knows we've been teasing this news for about a week now, so finally it's here. Very excited to announce the first piece of news. Two-Tone Uncensored finally has a legit website. I know a lot of people have been calling for this for a while. We finally have one. TTUpodcast.com is the address. On it, you can find a contact page. If you want to get a hold of us, you can find, the homepage has a bunch of stuff on it, some testimonials, a countdown to the season's kickoff. Everywhere that you can find this show, we have a blog post that we're going to have me, Matt, and Glenn posting stuff all the time, just whenever we feel like it. Anytime we talk about something on the show, let's say, some kind of media, a picture or a video, we'll put it up on there. And for all those who have been wondering about Glenn's Know Your Enemy articles, they will be coming back this year, and they will all be on that site. So very excited about that. Anybody who has not read the Know Your Enemy articles, you really need to check them out as soon as the season starts. Glenn gives really in-depth analysis going into the next game, whichever that may be. And of course, you can also listen to the show right off of the site on the show library. There's an About Us page where you can find out how the show came together and a little bit of background of all three of the hosts. There's a lot of stuff on this page. A lot of work went into it, so I want to give a special thanks out to everybody who helped me, Matt, and Glenn put this all together. We're very excited about it. Again, go check that out at ttupodcast.com. But as I teased earlier in this show, that's not the only piece of news that we have this week. There's another feature on the site that is probably the thing that me, Matt, and Glenn are most excited about, and that is the Two-Tone Uncensored Fan Hall of Fame. We realize that it's not just us three that contribute to making this show possible, to making the site possible, to making anything that we do possible. A lot of people outside of us three do a lot to ensure that this show is successful. So we felt that it was necessary to give these people some recognition, and this is our way of doing that. So tonight we will announce the very first class of the Two-Tone Uncensored Fan Hall of Fame. These 7 people that we're going to bring up tonight have done a lot for the show, whether it be time, effort, money, helping us market the show, building graphics and pictures and stuff like that for us. Very helpful, very encouraging group of 7 that we're going to present tonight. One side note before we start, though, this is the first class, so this will be the biggest one we probably ever induct. We won't have this many inductees the following year when we do this. We decided since it's the first year, and these 7 people really need to be recognized, that's why it's this big. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first person up in the class of 2017. As soon as we decided we were going to do this idea, he was the very first name that came up. And that's nothing against all the 6 others on this list because they all deserve to be here. But this guy has done a lot for the show, and that's Brandon Williams. You've heard his name on the show before if you've been listening for a while. He gave us the tickets that we're raffling off right now. We're still currently raffling off. He gave us the tickets last year that we did the scavenger hunt and gave away those tickets. He also does great work. He's a pastor at a church in Nashville, does great work with youth in Nashville, and has done a lot of work with the Titans and interacting with the Titans, and a lot of these kids are getting to meet their heroes because of the work that Brandon has done. He's a guy that deserves a lot of recognition because he's an extraordinary person and a great friend of the show. So Brandon is the first name that we would like to unveil as the class of 2017 in our Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Brandon. He definitely does a lot for the community. He does a lot for us. He's been an administrator of the Tennessee Titans Uncensored group pretty much, not quite since the beginning, but I believe he was the second one I brought in, him and Morocco. Pretty much Morocco was first, I believe, but not too much later, we added Brandon in, and he's been nothing but a positive influence on everybody. Just to note on some of the things he's done, I believe last season he had the kids attend the Derek Morgan youth camp, and I believe this year he did DeMarco Murray as well. But obviously he went out and took his time out of his day to help these kids, and he definitely deserves the recognition.
Yeah, Brandon's awesome. He has those men's services sometimes during the season where he takes everybody who shows up, or like the first 20 people that show up, he'll take them to the game afterwards. He's involved with the team, he's involved with the fans, and he's involved with us. He's easily the first pick to put in there.
Absolutely. Brandon's a great person, and congratulations, Brandon, for making it into the Two-Tone Uncensored Fan Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man, you nailed it on the head. He's a steady contributor, and he's pretty much active each week. So, congratulations, Josh.
Yeah, he always comes with questions and funny comments. He's involved. He's everything you want in a listener for the show because he's there. He spreads the word. Yeah, he definitely deserves to be in this.
Absolutely, Glenn. If you could have 100 guys, 100 fans of the show, just like Josh Ebel, then you'd be set. I mean, he's just a great guy to have behind you in your corner and helping out this show. Thanks, Josh. Next up, and it's kind of funny that we're doing these in alphabetical order by first name because the next guy on the list finished first in that scavenger hunt we were just talking about. He is the one that gave the tickets to Josh Ebel so he could go to the game, and that's Josh Pryor. Now, keep in mind, those were his tickets to use. He could have sold them, he could have scouted them at the game, he could have given them to a friend, but instead, he gave them up to a guy he doesn't know, just so another Titans fan could have the opportunity to go see the Tennessee Titans. The ultimate generous move, a complete class act, and since then has been a great fan of the show. Congratulations, Josh. You definitely deserve it.
Josh giving away those tickets, just pure generosity, spreading the love for another Titans fan to go to a game who wasn't going to get to go otherwise. That right there is the kind of thing that gets you into this Hall of Fans. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a chance to go to a game and give those tickets away just so that somebody else can come enjoy the game too, that's all you can ask for in a fan.
Yeah, definitely a stand-up move, and we appreciate that. We salute you.
And I'm sure after receiving those tickets, if Josh Ebel had a Hall of Fame, he would put Josh Pryor in it. Very stand-up move. Next on the list, we have a good friend of this show and a Tennessee Titans Uncensored fan page admin. This is a guy that's done so much artwork for us, so much, just everything, anything that you need. If you go and you ask for it in the admin group that we have on Facebook, this is one of the guys that stands up, is always ready to help out, and that's Logan Gillespie. He's been an absolute asset for us to have. He's a great guy, done a lot for the show, numerous things, incountable, the kind of effort that he's put into this show, and definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, so congratulations, Logan.
Yeah, Logan did my profile picture, the one where he put me in the one's head, getting the tattoo done. Yeah, he did my picture for me, so he has to be in there.
Whose head?
Luan.
Luan?
Luan.
Yeah, Luan. Yeah. Anyway.
Luan, whatever.
Logan is known as the enforcer around the administrators group. He's definitely the guy that points out all the stuff that may not hit the wheelhouse right away. He's definitely the first one to bring us any outsider news, and he's on top of it pretty much on a daily basis. Constantly in supporting us, and he's been doing that for a while now. So, without question, he's a first ballot Hall of Fame. He could probably say Taylor Lewan's name correctly as well.
Cold-blooded, Matt. But congratulations to Logan. Next one on our list is a guy that we really haven't known that long. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's only been 3 or 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Well, I mean, I've indirectly had run-ins with him before, but we never really. Recently, we added him to the admin group, and he's fitting real well. But go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Yeah, he's a guy we haven't known for very long, but has made a huge impact on the show, and that's Taylor Hurst. If you go onto the new website, www.ttupodcast.com, on the home page, the very first page that you come to, you will see a photo with Lawan and Marcus and Nissan Stadium in the background. Taylor created that for us. If you go to the Hall of Fame page and you see the really awesome-looking Hall of Fame logo, Taylor created that, and I know that I was hard to work with on that, Taylor, because I had a specific idea that I wanted, but he put up with me and put up with Matt and got a great product out there. He's a guy that's done so much artwork and stuff for us in the short time that we've known him, and even though he's only been in the show's life for maybe a month, he is a complete asset, and we're glad to have him. Congratulations, Taylor.
He and Logan are basically the 1A and 1B for our graphic designs. They actually, both of them were actually the ones that put out the cover photo when it had all the admins' heads on top of the Titans players in their uniform. We had a couple different ones that they put together, but both of them are the go-to guys when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, they've both done great work, and he's come on like gangbusters really quick. The earn a spot in that fast after not a whole lot of time with the group, but he's indispensable at this point. So yeah, he has to be here.
Not only that, I mean, he has listened to the show for a while now. Like, I knew that much. I've seen him in other groups before and even in our group, but we just brought him in. He kind of joked around. I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that, and sure enough, that's what happened. But yeah, he's fitting real well. He got adjusted fast, and we're happy to have him.
And what I think is pretty cool is that a Hall of Fame logo that I was talking about that Taylor created, he has no idea that he was going to be in the Fan Hall of Fame. So he created the logo for the Hall of Fame that he had no idea he was going to be a part of. Pretty neat story. The next guy on our list has been a fan from day one and has been helpful from day one. Another Tennessee Titans Uncensored Facebook page admin, Tyler Musson. He's a guy that he'll help out any way that he can. He's always willing to help out, lend a hand. He also did the mock draft on TTU, if that's something that you saw or participated in. He was the mastermind behind all of that and was paying out of his own pocket to send the prizes to everybody. Also a guy that, if you listen to the show, when we did the pre-draft stuff, talking about different colleges, he's a die-hard Titans fan, but he's also a die-hard Ohio State fan. So he came on when we did the Ohio State podcast, and talking about players was really great on it. Tyler's been completely indispensable. He's been a guy that's been very helpful since day one, and we're glad to have him, and glad to have him in our Hall of Fame. And he also has to put up with Matt, so he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame just for that.
Yeah, he surprised me with that Ohio State breakdown. I expected not as much as we got, and we got a good bit. So from there, and he's active daily, and he definitely does do stuff within the group that is noteworthy as far as the competition he recently had, and he gave out his own prizes and stuff like that. So he definitely deserves a spot as well. Yeah,
the draft deal that he set up, we were all like, okay, whatever, leading up into it. It turned out great. I mean, he did a great job with that, and just his drive and his idea came through, and he's always involved. We play him on Madden sometimes, so we interact with Tyler quite a bit. He's a fun guy. He knows how to take a joke, which is a big deal with us because we can be kind of savage sometimes. He definitely deserves his spot.
I am not always polite to Tyler, but he knows I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, I was just about to rip into him, being like, he roots for a shit college team, but he's still a great guy. Just about to give Tyler a little shit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that comes from the Ohio State. So let's be honest, I'm never polite to Tyler, but it's for good reason, and he knows I'm just kidding. So
does he?
I hope so. Well,
I wonder how many times he's sitting there crying on the other side of those messages. He may have some sleeves with some shirts with sleeves.
Glenn gets to see it firsthand. Not everybody gets to see all the savagery, but it's there. There's a good
he gets it from me too. There's no question.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler, for being a good friend of the show and a good sport. Moving on to the last, but definitely not the least. This person ordered a T-shirt when we kind of had our failed T-shirt idea that really didn't take off. She ordered a T-shirt, and then we decided to give refunds because we didn't have enough people in order to justify buying T-shirts. So I asked her about the refund and where she wanted it sent, and she responded, just like, keep it for the show. If it'll help out the show, keep it for the show, which was just a very generous move that she didn't have to do. And instead I put it towards the raffle that we're continuing to do right now, raffling off these Titans tickets to the Week 9 game against the Ravens. Vicky Smith, we've only known her for a little bit. She's been a fan for quite some time, but has only been on our radar for the last little bit. A completely generous person, and every interaction I've had with her has been nothing but amazing. Very supportive, big fan of the show. Vicky, you definitely deserve this. Congratulations.
Yeah, super cool move on her part to do what she did. I actually had a brief conversation with her the other day. Really, really nice lady. She definitely deserves to get those tickets. I hope she does win. She's my dark horse to take it all. So she deserves it. She's definitely went out of her way to make us feel good. So, I'd like to do the same for her, and hopefully it works out.
Well, now she pretty much can't win since two of the hosts have already said they want her to win. So, collusion. But no, seriously, Vicky has been an awesome person. Just in the short, like Ryan said, she hasn't been on our radar very long, but the short time that she's been around, obviously she listens. She's a knowledgeable fan. She knows. I've seen her commenting on Facebook, and she actually knows what she's talking about. She's polite. She keeps it professional. Whenever other people start, swinging low, she plays it even and plays it straight. So I really appreciate that about her. And like you said, she bought her way in. No, I'm kidding. But she was more worried about helping the podcast than getting her dollars back, which is awesome of her. It shows that she's a true fan. And if more people want to just throw money at us, we'll take it. But we'd rather sell you stuff so you get something for it.
Absolutely. You're right, Glenn. Anybody that's just that generous. That's why I didn't want to just take her money. I wanted to try to give her something for her money, which is why I sold her the raffle tickets so she can get a chance to win. And just to throw it out there, it's not collusion. We're still going to do a random drawing so everybody will have an equal chance to win. We just hope that Vicky wins because of how generous she has been. In conclusion, to Brandon, both Josh's, Logan, Taylor, Tyler, and Vicky, thanks so much for everything that you've done for the show. We are so happy that you guys are the first 7 to ever make it into the Two-Tone Uncensored Fan Hall of Fame. So thanks to everybody in this 2017 class. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Like I said, this is going to be a very short show just because of 4th of July. It was hard to get together, but we wanted to get the news out about the website and about the Hall of Fame, and to thank and congratulate all of our inductees for this 2017 class. Before we get off here, go check out that site, www.ttupodcast.com. Go make it your homepage. Also, don't forget about the raffle, and you can buy the raffle tickets now conveniently on the site. Probably the easiest way to do it because it's set up so you can buy the tickets in any amount that you want to. So it's probably the easiest way to do it. It's one click away. We'll be back next week. Thanks to my awesome co-hosts. Thanks to these awesome 7 people that make this show possible that we got to honor tonight. Thanks to all of our fans out there. And as always, tighten up.
Tighten up.
Hey, shut up. Aaron McNair Day tomorrow. Wear your jerseys.
Yesterday.
Oh.
Well, they hear this on Wednesday.
Yeah, true.
So go back in time and put on your jersey, damn it.
Yeah. All right. Shut up, Ron. You ruined it. If you're going to take all of our material, we're not going to say shit.
Yeah, there's not much to say when you've said everything that we're going to say.
Thanks for listening to the Two-Tone Uncensored podcast. You can listen to the show at twotoneuncensored.podbean.com or by downloading the Podbean app on your mobile device. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter at Two-Tone Uncensored and like us on Facebook.